I believe that public service is where we make a difference, that my job has always been to speak up for those who don't have a lobbyist in a limousine in Washington.
For more than 4 decades, Lloyd Doggett has been a voice for social justice in his home state of Texas. As an attorney, member of the Texas Senate, Texas Supreme Court Justice, and since 1994 as a Democratic representative in the United States Congress.
It's about opportunity. It's about human dignity. It's about assuring that all of our neighbors have a chance to achieve part of the American dream. And so education is empowering our young people to be their all. Respect for our seniors, and then recognizing that every individual, an individual with severe physical or mental disabilities, a frail senior, that each of these individuals has value and respect, and we should allow them to achieve to the full extent of their abilities.
Lloyd has used his abilities to be a powerful voice for his constituents, despite, more often than not, being in the House minority party. And of course, a minority in the Texas delegation.
Texas is indeed a very conservative red state. Change is underway, and there have always been oases of democratic philosophy in places like my hometown of Austin, like San Antonio and San Marcos. We've also had a tradition in Texas of populism, often snuffed out by the great powers that be, but of speaking up for those who were left out and marginalized in our society, and speaking up against strong, powerful economic interests.
Representative and civil rights leader John Lewis is proud to stand with his colleague.
As one who has served on the Ways and Means Committee with Lloyd Doggett for many years, he's been like a voice crying in the wilderness, speaking up and speaking out for the most vulnerable segment of our society, not just in Austin and what he would do in San Antonio, but America. He's been a champion for those who need the help, who need a helping hand, for children, for the poor, for the middle class.
For Representative Javier Becerra, Lloyd is not only a voice of integrity, he is a man of action.
So often in Washington, D.C., the interests too many members of Congress care about are the special interests. Lloyd Doggett has a special interest, and that is the aspiring class, people who want to get ahead. And he has proven it as the ranking Democrat on a committee that deals with all the social issues and those programs that help people pick themselves up. He's proven it in the fights on getting decent quality health care for all Americans, and he's proven it over and over again through his work on the tax code to make sure it's fair, and it really is a code that works for middle America.
Representative Rosa DeLauro explains what makes Lloyd such a powerful advocate.
The greatest strength of the Congress is its potential. And it requires people like Lloyd Doggett to push the edge of the envelope, to make the institution respond to people's needs. Historically, the Congress has done this. They've done it with Medicare, Social Security, GI Bill, a civil rights legislation, affordable care. Without the tenacity of a Lloyd Doggett, the institution doesn't always do what you want it to do. You have to push that edge of the envelope and make it happen. Lloyd Doggett makes it happen for his constituents.
It is this commitment to standing up and pushing for every citizen to be able to reach their full potential that earns Lloyd the respect of the social work community, a respect he is quick to return.
I feel the social work profession is making a real difference. It's influencing policy at all levels of government, but sometimes when we can't change the policy, we can make a difference in the life of one young person, of one person who is ill and needs assistance to be guided through the maze of services that may be available. So I respect and value the role that social workers play in so many parts of our society.
Lloyd also asks social workers to become more involved in the political process.
It's really challenging after a long day of working with challenged individuals and hearing the stories of those who suffer in our communities to get out and do volunteer work in a city council campaign or a congressional campaign. But we need more involvement of social workers. It's not just a matter of the money. We'll never match the money of the vested interest, but the time and the commitment in working in the neighborhood that someone lives in, being involved in campaigns at all levels. We need much more of that if we're to bring about change.
For Lloyd, there is no change more important than making sure no American is left behind.
One can hardly imagine these days a war on poverty as Lyndon Johnson advocated it. Too many people in our communities are being left out and forgotten, and I see the work of social workers as being advocates for those individuals one at a time and communities at a time, and I see my role in Washington very similar, to speak out for those who are forgotten.